tomorrow. Uh, so I like to start this task of read qualification agent. So on my screen, as you see, I I have three tabs. The two tabs I have Loom tab and the PDF tab. So I'm going to add the N10 tab. So the read qualification agent that we'll talk about is this, which I have already built. So I will just state what is inside, then I'll just answer the questions that are in the task. So go with me step by step. So first of all, let's go to the deliverables in the task. So deliverable, what by the end of the recording, what I must show is a working webhook that receives test data, so a condition logic that corrects roots qualified and unqualified reads, an AI node with a well-crafted prompt, a successful test execution showing the full flow, and all five verbal questions answered on camera. So the questions that I'm supposed to answer, let's go down to the questions. So the questions are here. So let's first go tell you what we are doing here. So we receive a read from, let's say, a website or a form, which we use the webhook. Then we pass the revenue to 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 state. We pass the revenue and challenge so that we can state, because on the task that we have at hand, there's a question that say approach the passing the revenue field. It's coming in a string like $15,000. So here, when we pass the revenue and the challenges, let me open the tab. So here we are stating, first of all, the information that is here is the information that we are used to, so that we can use as a mock data. So I'm going to restart it so that we can see how the webhook works. So basically, what's our webhook? So a webhook is like a doorbell. So you have a doorbell. When somebody comes onto your home, he comes and knocks the doorbell. So when somebody knocks the doorbell, you know there's somebody outside the door. You go and open the door. So a webhook, we can use it on a website. Maybe you have a website, so you tell it, if a reads comes through the website and fills the form, just inform me so that I can run the next workflow. So basically, what's a webhook? From the question that we have, the first question. So what's a webhook? Well, a webhook basically is a doorbell that rings. Is a doorbell is basically a doorbell that's when somebody is outside of your door, when it rings the doorbell, you go and open the door. So basically, when the webhook is pressed on a website or a form, so when somebody fills the form, the webhook takes the information to this workflow. So let's start with the question number one. Looking at these requirements, walk me through your architectural plan. What node will you use and in what order? What potential issue do you anticipate? Okay, let's go to, so using so here's the plan. the question is the let's see what we have the scenario. So the scenario, you've been assigned a new client, Sarah Chen, a business coach who helps service-based entrepreneurs scale to 50K a month. Sarah receives a read from her website from currently. So where do where do we what do we receive? Sarah receives reads from her website form. So if you have a website, so you somebody goes there and fills the form. So what's next after filling the form? After filling the form, the webhook starts automatically. So here, what's my plan building this automation? So where data processing. What's the problem? What's the execution? So the problem here, we have Sarah Chen, a business coach who helps service-based entrepreneurs scale to 50K a month. Sarah receives a lead from her website. So what's the data we are processing here is the read. Where the reads comes from the website. And where how can we capture the read from the website? We use using a webhook. So the first thing we'll have is a webhook. Then let's go. So Sarah receives the reads from her website form, and currently manually reads each submission, decides if the reads qualified, personalized writes response email. It takes 2 hours per day. So my job is to build an automation system that qualifies reads and generates personalized AI response. So here is you will build task requirement. A workflow in Element that triggers when the form submission receive read that. So here, this information that comes from Sarah's website is which one that I've used in my in my webhook. So the inform let me start it so that we can go step by step. I want to unpin it. Let's unpin and let's set the mockup data. So here's the mockup data. Mockup data is which one we are John Smith, John. So this information is this which you are using here. Is this one that we are using here, John Smith. So this is the mockup data. Let's save first, and then I want to unpin all my so unpin. Let's unpin. So let's unpin even this unpin. So let's start our automation. So on our mockup data is here. This is the data that we are receiving from the website. So our doorbell will go to the website each and every time to see if there's any new data that have come from the website. So it captures it, brings to the workflow. So from here, let's save. Or is it okay? Okay, the problem that is I haven't unpinned the. So let's execute the. First of all, I must. So on the webhook, if you want to test, for example, if you want to test the data that's coming from your website is real, we use some website called a postman. Postman is where you verify the APIs and your webhook. So let me delete this so that we can start afresh. So where is our data? The data that is coming is here. Copy so that we can forward it on our on our workflow. So let's save. So here we have an error, bad control character. Okay. So here I think we have an error. So the best way of debugging this error. So you see on the data, on the output that we have, there's the, you see you see all the information is on brew, but we have information that is not on brew. They have white color. So basically, it's what means our problem comes here, and the main cause of the problem is because we are when we were given the data, it was composed on a straight line, and now the lines are breaking. So the best way here, so there's a space we have to do away with it here. Doing and let's do it away with the. So after what I've done, you've seen the information is all the information is now on blue. So let's save. So this is the data that is going. So from what we have received, then we have to pass the revenue so that we remove the string of dollars. So here is the code. Basically, the code for passing the revenue and the challenge. Then from there, let's execute the workflow. So now we have passed. Then it goes to the if node. So what does the if node does? So here we are telling the workflow if, so going back to the task is here. You- Here, qualifying the lead using a conditional logic. If the monthly revenue is $10,000 and biggest challenge is more than 50 characters, meaning, so this information they qualified where we branch for so in if node we have two branches. We have the true branch and the false branch. So we are giving the our if node we're giving our if node what we are supposed to be what we are supposed to expect on our true node and the false node. So on our true node, we are supposed to give it if the monthly revenue is $10,000, the biggest. So this automatically goes to the true node, and if not, is not qualified. So this is what I've done. I've used the first statement. If the revenue is $10,000 and the biggest channel is more than 50 characters, is here. Is here. So this goes to the qualified. That's the true node. Is here the true node, because our revenue, the revenue that Sarah is supposed to qualify is $15, is $50 per month. So meaning according to our node, according to this node, if if let's see, if the data $15. So if the so you see on our qualified, the if node, if the monthly revenue is $10,000 and the biggest challenge is more than 50 characters, so our revenue is $15,000. Here is 10. If the revenue is 10,000, so from 10,000 to either a million or what, we will use qualified, or the biggest challenge is more than 50 characters. So our qualifier is not supposed to pass 50,000 characters. Or the one is not qualified is the revenue is under 10,000. So under 10,000 will go to not qualified, a format tree. So from there, From there, we move to our where we will be creating our AI response using an OpenAI. So I'm using the the free OpenAI API credits. From there, I state I would tell my OpenAI node what I'm supposed to do. So in OpenAI node, we have you write system prompt and the user prompt. The system prompt is the rules that you are giving it. Let's maximize so that I can open it all. So you write the this is the prompt that I've tell the OpenAI node. You write the emails on behalf of Sarah Chen. She is a business coach for service-based entrepreneurs who want to scale to $50,000 per month. Your job is to write a clear, professional, and supportive, responsive email to inbound leads. The goal is to acknowledge the lead challenge, show understanding, position Sarah as the right next step, and invite the lead to book a call. Out, output only the email body to subject line. So the system prompt, what I've told the OpenAI node is there, and the user prompt. This is the context that you're giving the name. So you take the name, you just drag the name to here. Because I had done so, I can't repeat. Or let me just delete delete them all. Oh, sorry. The biggest challenge. So you just drag and drop here. So this is the context that you are giving the AI, the OpenAI node. Then from there, as you can see, it has already generated. So you see the message that it has. This is the input that we have put, and this is the output. So the text is, "Hi John, thanks for being honest. Working 6 hours still feeling stuck below 20K is exhausting, and the fear around hiring totally understand." So basically, this is the output that OpenAI has given it. Then we have to format the qualified read. Then where you will paste the revenue and the revenue and the biggest challenge. So here you tell them the name and then the revenue, the what is supposed to be passed, the email and what is supposed to be passed, as you can see. Then from there you have to put the response to webhook node because as you have given it from the if so basically if you use webhook in most cases you are supposed to use to respond to the webhook. So after the webhook has run, it goes to the end node and respond to the webhook, telling it is if the message was successful or not successful. So this is what we have done with the whole thing. So let's go to the second question. Explain how webhook works to someone non-technical while using webhook instead of schedule trigger. Okay. So how webhook works, as I've told you, the webhook is a doorbell. So when one knocks on the doorbell, you go and so open. So the webhook runs on the website on the form 24/7. So any information comes when the any information comes to the webhook, you you have it automatically goes to the workflow. So why aren't we supposed to use schedule trigger? So schedule trigger is used because of the if you have set the workflow to run on a certain time. Let's say you have like an alarm. So the best way to explain this, you have a doorbell in on your door, then you have an alarm. So you as the user, you try and see what is favorable. So the doorbell once come when somebody comes on the door, it knocks, and when you have an alarm on your phone, you just wait for the time that you have set the alarm to ring. So the scheduled trigger, it runs maybe once or twice, according to what you have told it to do. Maybe it runs 5 times a day, but with the webhook, each and every time any information and any new information runs in the website, each and every time new information runs on the website, you have it automatically runs to this workflow. That's the importance of schedule, the importance of a webhook. To schedule, check schedule, you just, if you using schedule trigger, it's on runs the time you have told it. If it's 9 a.m. in the morning, so each and every time 9 a.m. in the morning it runs, compared to webbook that runs each and every time new information comes to the website. Think that's clear. Then from there we have question 3. What's your approach for passing the revenue, and it's coming to a string like 15K? How do you handle it? Okay, let's go back to the workflow. It's here. Let's see. It's here. Open. Here is where now we are pasting each and everything is supposed to be. So here's the form. So here's the format that we are given. I would go back to the question. So here we are pasting each and every item in its name. So we are telling the name, then we drag and drop. We come here, we drag and drop the name here. The email we drag from, let's see, let me just be clear here. So here the name you drag and drop, the email you drag and drop, the business type as I showed you. So this put everything in format. So let's go back to our question. Our question was, what is your approach into pasting the revenue field? So basically, here is the code of what of everything that the question asks. Here is the code. So according to the code, we are telling them the revenue string item is equal to item monthly. Revenue numeric is equal. So this gives you the amount by knowing what is supposed to be done. So with that, what's our output? Our output is here. As you see, each and every is placed on its column. So you see in monthly revenue, it gives you $15,000, and it's based according to the amount. Biggest challenge. How did you hear? Yeah, as you see, everything is runs good. So that's the third question. The fourth question: read your prompt out and explain why you structured to. Read your prompt out at how did it? Okay, let's go to the my prompt here. As you can see, so the prompt is here. So you write the emails. So the prompt is the routes you are supposed to give to our OpenAI node. So tell them you write email on behalf of Sarah Chen. Tell them what they are supposed to do. What is